I'm going to install this fertilizer injector today, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I got this fertilizer injector whenever I got the stuff for our irrigation system. We haven't put it in there yet, but I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to show you how it works. Hopefully we'll get some fertilizer injected into our high tunnel. So come on. The government agent came yesterday and talked to me, and we're well on our way. He told us some things that we needed to do. Moving right along on getting the rest of the things done for our high tunnel. We've got to do the water catchment. We put the gutters up there, but we've got to actually catch the water now. We do have enough stuff to get it started, as we've already been watering it and already been planting in there, as you've seen. Let me show you this thing first. Here's what it looks like. It's got a little tube that comes down and goes into the bucket that you have the fertilizer in. It looks like it goes on a board or something like that, but I'm actually just going to put it on a T-post. I think all it has to be is just upright, so I think that should work fine. I don't see why it wouldn't. I'm just going to attach these two hoses together and let it go through there and inject the fertilizer. It'll suck up the fertilizer here, and then it dilutes it, and then it puts it in there. So let me drive this T-post first. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up so I don't get lost in the weeds out here, and I need to find a little piece of wire to attach it with. I'm gonna use this baling twine instead of a piece of wire. It should work just as fine. Attach it to this. All it's gotta be is upright. The way this works is as the water comes through this, and it has a direction that it goes, the water needs to go this direction with the arrow. As it does that, it sucks up the fertilizer. I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I think I might attach the hose to it first. It looks like I am not going to do it just yet. There's another piece that I need. This has a male, and the side that I was going to attach to it is also male. I've got to get an adapter for it, but I think we've got one up at Nan and Papa's place that we got with it, that they gave it to us, or we bought with it. So I'm gonna go up there and get that. Papa brought me a little brass fitting here.
Did you put that on there by hand?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm getting old and weak. Okay, whatever. You put pipe tape on this, it'll leak. Maybe it won't leak much. If it leaks, we can take it apart and put pipe tape on it later.
We got the brass piece on here. Put this on here. Going on there like that. And I'm just going to tie it to this post.
Papa would move. Papa.
If Papa would move out of the way.
I'd go around 2 or 3 times. Since you've got plenty of flying. You read the directions on this?
I think to hold it fairly well. I'm gonna go get the fertilizer we gathered and tell you a little bit about that, and Papa can put this bottom piece on here. Everybody has a supply of fertilizer on their farm or on their homestead and their house. If you are human, you have a supply of fertilizer that you probably are not using, and it's a little smelly. I can smell this right here. This is urine. I know that's a little disgusting, but it's not going on the top of the plant since it's just going on the bottom. It's drip tape. It's all only going down the roots. It's not going to cause any problems. Plus, we'll probably rinse off our vegetables before we eat them anyway. Everybody's urine is a little different, but most people's urine has like an NPK ratio of like 12:1 or something like that. So it's very high nitrogen. In order to use it in your garden, you really need to dilute it, but that's what this thing does. It sucks it up through here and dilutes it. I think it's like 1 part per 100 or something like that. All we're gonna do is put this hose in the bottom, and then all we gotta do is go turn it on. So I'm gonna go turn it on and see if it works.
It's picking it up. It's a slow process, and you need to put some pipe tape on that because it's a dripping. Both of them's dripping. But if we set this over here under it, it'll catch it.
I don't know if you can hear that. There's a lawnmower in the background too, but listen. Do you hear that? The way this works is it uses the power of the water flowing through there to power it and to suck up the fertilizer. And Papa says it's sucking it in there.
It's got a lot of bubbles in it, but they're gradually dissipating.
Well, there's this thing that puts it. It seems like it made it suck a little faster. It's all full now.
It's hammering away.
So this is gonna be really good because it'll just apply the fertilizer directly to the thing. It's got a bubble right there in it. Do you see the bubble down at the bottom?
Probably needs to be pushed down in there, but I really don't want to put my hand in it.
It's got an odor to it. I smell it.
Yeah, the older it gets, the more it stinks.
Yep, there you go. Now it's sucking it out. So that was pretty easy, really. We'll probably come back up here. Papa will probably do it whenever I'm not looking. Oh,
Put some pipe tape and stuff on it. I've got some.
we can turn it off and do it. Or
I'll take care of it later.
Let's go in and look at our plants while we're up here.
Bye-bye.
So this is really exciting actually because I don't have to apply fertilizer the other way. If I want to get some other like fish emulsion or something else, then I can use that and just put that in the bucket, so it's going to work really well. I'll bring you a little closer in just a second, but it is dripping over here. The corn has come up. Tallest bits of corn are probably 4, 5, 6 inches tall. The peppers are still looking a little light green, like they need to have a little bit more nitrogen, like they're low nitrogen right now. So maybe that'll help a little bit. And all you gotta do in order to use your urine is just save it. It don't look like any of the other things that Rue and I have planted have come up. The other things are still doing pretty well, but all we've got in here so far are these peppers and then this corn, and you might be able to see just a little bit of the corn coming up on either side of this drip tape here. Probably time that we do a little bit of weeding in here as well. This is doing exactly what we want it to do, and we've got tons more room in here. The way they award these things is based on point system. It actually, he said, will be sitting pretty if we want to apply for another one next year. So we're going to go ahead and apply for another one. In fact, we'll probably get extra points, he said, because we've already gotten one and we're on schedule. In fact, we're ahead of schedule. This is what we're doing. I think the kids are in the house washing dishes. I told them in order to go swim in the pond, they had to clean up the house. They're cleaning up so they can go swim in the pond and maybe watch a little bit of TV before bedtime. If you like things like this, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, select all so you never miss a notification. Thanks. I was just up here. We were doing some stuff up here in paddock 1 for the cattle. We got some billy goats in there now. I'll show you another time. Came back and the kids started a fire up here. Ben's cooking eggs. Take a look.
I don't really think these eggs will taste good.
Why wouldn't they taste good?
But they might. They actually really look like ordinary eggs.
I'm gonna try to cook my eggs over fire.
My grandfather, Papa's daddy, welded this for just that very reason, to cook over a fire. And I came back and they were cooking some eggs. I taught Ben how to cook eggs. He's 9 years old, and Maya knows how to cook eggs. She's 7 years old. She likes them fried. Most of the time that she cracks the yolk though on accident, don't you?
No.
But that's okay. That's an experience. That's how you learn. But I came back and he's cooking this. So
It looks pretty good.
yeah. Did you put salt and pepper in it?
Mm-hmm.
So it should be just fine. Looks like you might put a little bit too much oil. But
I don't care.
there'd just be a little oily eggs.